Hey folks, Jason here. Welcome to a new feature on GDC. We're going to be taking a look at Magic Online and how to build a deck, how to find a game, how to play a game, and going forward, we'll touch on anything you guys have questions about, and we'll just show you some great games. So today we're going to start off showing how to find cards you want for your deck, how to make a wish list, how to get them from a bot, and how to build a deck. I just bought the Daretti Precon. I was sort of thinking about building a nice artifact deck. Mono red artifact seems fun, a little off the beaten path from what I normally do. So I was looking at buying Daretti. He was like 18 tickets. Then the Goblin Welder's like 7 tickets, and just buying all the pieces would actually cost more than buying the full deck. So I can buy the full deck and then sell off the cards I already have, like a Wormcoil Engine, and get the stuff I want cheaper than it would actually take buying them individually. Normally I would say for a commander deck like that, if you have a good collection already, I would only really buy the cards you want. But this year they've been sort of hard to find, so since the value was really high on the Daretti deck, I just bought the deck. Alright, so I'm just going to show you, so you know a card you want to add to your deck, but you don't have it. So how do you get it? Well, you go to your collection tab here. You open up a binder. You should have one called Wish List. This is where you can put cards that you want to buy. You can just type them in one by one at bots, and if you just want one, that's fine. But if you're buying a lot for an EDH deck, I find it helpful to make a wish list. So yeah, I've got a few cards in here. Metal Worker is probably cheaper than it's ever going to be, and since it was recently unbanned, I really want one. It just had a promo, and there were just Urza's flashback drafts, so it's about $8, and I think I should just grab one. A few more like really powerful artifact creatures: Scarecrow, Shimmermere, Forge Master, Doom Engine, Soul of New Phyrexia. A little bit of card draw in Mind's Eye. Mirrorworks is fun. I don't have one. Shattering Spree, just to deal with artifacts easily, is perfect. I don't know if Vandal Blast might be better. Maybe we'll run both though. We're not really gonna have a way of dealing with enchantments, so let's take care of artifacts. Alright, well I'm going to add one more card to this list, and then I'm going to go buy what I want. I think what I'm going to buy is a Unwinding Clock. Get our artifacts untapping. Maybe I'll grab a Vedalken Orrery as well. We'll see. So, you can see right now it's showing all my avatars, like packs, tickets, etc. That's not what we want. We want to go to cards. And here it shows everything you have. I want to see everything I don't have, though, to start off. Actually, I'll just type in the name of the card I want. I want Unwinding Clock. And you see I don't have one. What you do is you set the quantity to 0. And they're the ones you don't have. I like to show versions separately to make sure I'm not like grabbing a foil, which would cost more. It defaults to foil, which is a little annoying. So I show versions separately, get the one I want, which is just the plain New Phyrexia one. And let's look for a Vedalken Orrery. I don't think I have one. No. So I'm just going to grab one. I don't know how expensive they are. I was budgeting out some of the tickets I want to use on this deck, and I didn't account for it. But everything's good flash. That goes in other decks too. Alright, so you have your wish list here. So how do you get it into a bot? Well, you go to trade, and you find a bot you're comfortable with. I like MTGO traders. They don't always have the very, very lowest prices, but they generally have everything, so it's nice to have like just a one-stop shop. So you just make a trade with one of their bots. And so you have a trade open here. What you want to do, this is everything they have. You don't want to, I mean, they have basically every card, so you don't want to scroll through it. What you want to do to load a wish list, it's not really clear. There's no like load wish list button. You go to quantity, and you go compare to wish list. And that'll show you all the cards they have that you wanted. So it looks like it does have everything I want except the Vidalcan Orrery, and that's okay. Let's just buy these ones. And we can see if we want... So you just double click them to add. And it'll rank them all up here with the price for each one. So the Unwinding Clock is 5 cents. The Soul of Nephyrexia is $1.36, etc. Metalworker, yeah, under $8 is perfect. And they keep track of credit, so like this would cost me over 15 tickets, in which case it would take 16 tickets and save some credit, but I have a little credit saved up. So this is just going to cost me 15 bucks, and that's fine. I won't really want to put much more into this deck. That'll mean I spent $50 on this deck, which is a lot for sure, but it's fun, and a lot of these cards do have other utility. I'm very happy to grab a Metalworker, and you know, I want to play more artifact decks in the future. It's something I want to expand in because I haven't done it much, and it seems like a lot of broken fun. And most of these just go right in there. So these are sort of investments. All right, so if you're okay with this, you just click submit. So it's going to save 3 cents, take 15 bucks. We'll say okay. You click confirm trade, and then all the cards you got pop up here. All right, so now we're going to build a deck. So you go to collection. You're going to see me do it in real time. I don't really know what goes in this deck. Sorry. Get our, just showing the cards we do have. Take that out. Okay, so Commander. You go to Commander here. You make a new deck on this button here. You can click Add Deck here. So we have a new deck. I'm going to call it... This is just my naming scheme, but it's how I used to do it on the old client, so they'd be at the top. That's not really so relevant now, but I mean, half my decks are named that anyway, so... Or all my decks are named that anyway, so why have one different? You can't edit them, so one day I might go through and change them all. You can select a deck box. It doesn't really matter. You only really see it here. I'm just going to go red because we're mono red. Oh, this is exciting. This is my first mono red deck. Okay, so what you'll see here is all the cards that you own. And they'll tend to rank them with like promos at the top, or I think it actually puts specials at the very top. That's why if you see a lot of pros drafting, they have all their like Power 9 from Vintage Masters right at the top. And it looks like they're showing off, but it's really just how the client displays it. So we don't have any power. That's fine. You can't play most of it in EDH anyway. But we don't want all these cards. We just want to show what's red and what's colorless in these color filters down here. You have all these filters here that you can filter by format, by color, by set, by like subtype. We might get into that a bit later. You can do converted mana cost. Say if you want to grab any creature with power 4 or greater or something to put in your EDH deck, just look at all the random stuff you have. That helps power, toughness, rarity, etc. All right. So we're going to grab Daretti, and then we're just going to go looking for really awesome red cards and artifacts. So we'll grab an Everflowing Chalice, we'll grab Duplicant. Magma Quakes might be a good wipe. Gilded Lotus is probably great. We would love to try Felden. Darksteel Forge. Balefire Dragon's an option, we'll put it in. All His Dust would be a good Wrath, especially if we have a ton of artifacts. We'll put an Inferno Titan. Mana Crypt. I'm not going to put in lands right now. I like to come back to lands. I'm curious as to how many dragons to put in there. I'll put in Scourge of Valkis. It seems fine. Wormcoil. Ugin's Nexus is obviously awesome with Daretti because you can sacrifice it. Can't go too crazy with shenanigans, but you can go a little crazy. Chroma's Memorial. A Blasphemous Act is probably nice. What's this new one? No, that's fine. What does Bosch do? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these cards, so you're going to have to bear with me. Don't think we want Conjurer's Closet. Colossus of Akros could be fun if you get a lot of mana going. You don't need stuff like Chromatic Lantern. That's a good thing about playing a monocolored deck. You don't have to worry so much about fixing, obviously, because it's all good. Darksteel Plate, sure. Dual Caster Mage, let's try him. I guess we could go Gauntlet of Power if we want to get super big. There's the Goblin Welder. See, I'm going to miss stuff. That's okay. This is really just a... This is a first pass. I'm just really want to show you how the client works. How's Incite Rebellion? You know, it's a new card. I might try it. Although, we could put Krenko in and then, you know, it's not so good. I don't know how many dragons to play. See, I used to play... I have an Aurelia deck, and I put all the super high mana cost angels and dragons in there, and it really failed me. It was horrible. We'll have to decide if we're an equipment deck. We could put the Masterwork of Ingenuity in. We want a Battle Sphere. Get some card draw going. Mimic that. Metalworker. We're at 36 cards. Disc is great. So we probably want some creatures. Pithing Needle seems like it would be great in this deck. There's some repeatable destruction with the Predator Flagship. Yeah, let's copy some stuff. Why not? Ruby Medallion might be nice. I'm playing with the fancy old one. There's Scuttles. Scrap Mastery sounds great. Scarecrow. Solemn. Spellskite? I don't think so. Straticide is awesome. Hellkite is amazing. Slagstorm. Sure, I like the cycle on it. Spine seems great for Daretti decks. I thought I already had one, but I guess I don't. Okay. Oh, I mean, I just bought one. I thought I had one previously. Trading Post is amazing. There's that Unwinding Clock. How's Tuk Tuk? He doesn't seem great. Volcanic Offering. It looks a little fun. It doesn't look amazing. Warmonger, Hellkite. A Wheel of Fortune. Alright, so we have 55 cards. 22 of them are creatures. I'm going to narrow this down a little. I'm going to say I want to add... You have probably about 10 spots. I'm going to say I want to add like 5 or 6 big creatures. And I want to take another look for artifacts. What I'm going to do is search for artifacts in the card text. And okay, that includes all things that actually are artifacts, so I'm going to turn off colorless. I'm just going to look for red cards that specifically mention artifacts and see if there's anything good that I want. You already put a Hoarding Dragon in. I love Hellkite Tyrant. Let's put in Vandal Blast and Shattering Spree. Fire Diamond, maybe. You know what you didn't put in is Soul Ring. Now the spell bombs are interesting. I've heard that people use spell bombs in here, but I haven't tried it. Do we want a Shrapnel Blast? I don't think we want a Shrapnel Blast. Okay. So let's grab our Soul Ring. Now, I am just going to take a quick pick through just artifacts. Or just colorless cards. Mind Stone is actually great in this deck. Because you can get a card, trade it in for a card, get it back if you need to. Astral Cornucopia could be worth it, but probably not. I love Coalition Relic. Alright, so we're getting up there. We only really want a few more cards, and I'd love to get a few more creatures in here. So that's what I'm going to emphasize. This is an activated ability with creatures. That's probably not necessary. I'm going to put in Journeyer's Kite just for ramp. Revoker could be good. Oh, there's Mirrorworks we didn't put in. Okay. You do have to make sure that the cards that you grab actually do get in. Just like Shimmermere. See, I spent money for these cards, and then, you know, if you don't put them right in, then you can miss them. How's Hedron? Could be interesting. Let's put it in. We're going to have to make some cuts, but that's fine. At least on Magic Online, you can just scroll through a list like this. Okay, we do want Relic because we do want to be able to take care of graveyard shenanigans, even if just barely. We probably want top too. I mean, who doesn't want top, right? But this seems like a deck that kind of wants top. Alright. Don't think we need Bauble. Okay, now I'm going to take a look for creatures. I'm going to say get 5 or 6 creatures and just shove them in. So, again, red artifact creature. And all we have here is creatures. I'm going to start at the bottom because sometimes there's stuff in the commons and uncommons that you do want. Of course. Pilgrim's Eye is a good example. Mere Sire, no. Young Pyromancer, no. Palladium Mirror looks good. Yeah, see, this is the stuff that's in the deck that you do want. Keep in mind, I did just add like a 100 card deck to my collection that I'm not familiar with all the cards, so I'm sure I missed a lot of those too. I might actually take a look. Once we do this pass, I'll take another look at those. So I'll probably add a dragon or two. Cathodion Burnished Heart is great for ramp. Sometimes when I make a deck, I just am very precise about it, and I plan out, okay, I want 20 or 40 slots for creatures, I want like 10 spots for removal or 5 slots for removal. I'm just making up numbers. This one I'm sort of just throwing together, and we'll see what we need to do after. I don't think we want Revoker. But I could probably use a few more dragons, and even Krenko. I mean, we might cut Krenko, but it's fine. Should we play Skullclamp? If you have Krenko and some of those mirrors, Skullclamp might be an option. I'm not going to put it in for now. Alright, so we want some of these creatures. You can see my red creature count for EDH is pretty bad. There's all these, like, I don't know. This is where I think we might have trouble. Because we have a few big dragons and stuff, but they're not super exciting. I guess they get the job done. Sure, we'll put Soul of Chandelar in. I just don't like spells that cost 8. Like, it doesn't seem good to me. I know Hellkite's better, but this Hellkite. We'll put in Conquering Manticore because it steals something. Alright, we're at 32 creatures. I think that's probably fine. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the cards that are in C14. Where is it? Okay. So these are the cards that they give you in the deck, and you know you might want them. So let's try them out. Argentum Armor, sure. Bone Horde, no. Like some of these you already put in. Did I already put a Chaos Warp in? No. Horde Smelter Dragon, sure, there's a dragon that cares about artifacts. Deals X damage. No. Incite Rebellion we did put in. Tome, no. Warhammer, no. You already have a Battle Sphere and a Silent... okay, Buried Ruin we will want. I put lands in last, so even if it's like a utility land, I don't put it in until it's actually time to put lands in. Liquid Metal Coating, I don't think we need. We're not going crazy with anything that would care. Yeah, let's try Lore Seeker's Stone. Ichor Wellspring... we'll try it. It replaces itself at least. Yeah, I mean, let's try these things for sure. We don't need an Ingot Chewer. Commander Sphere, nah. Obelisk is probably good. Spite Bellows, nah. Alright, we're good. Okay, so we have 82, and we probably want to make, oh god, 20 cuts. Alright. Let's cut Ruby Medallion. We don't, it's not like we have that many red cards. Cathodion doesn't seem like that much value to me. Cut Krenko because it's not really what our deck is doing. We could cut Pithing Needle. I'm going to cut Pithing Needle because, you know, sometimes I don't want to be that reactive. I'll cut Mana Vault because I have a lot of rocks in here already. By the same token, I might cut Gilded Lotus because it's an expensive rock. And if we're playing Caged Sun and, what's the other one? Gauntlet of Power, then we don't need it. Let's take out Colossus. Take out Pentavus. And now we sort of want to lean back on taking out creatures because we don't want to go much lower. We'll take out the Dreamstone Hedron. We've got the Lore Seeker's Stone, which is a little better, I think, in Mind's Eye. Okay, we do have 2 copies of Chaos Warp in, so we'll take one out. Vandal Blast or Shattering Spree. Let's just play Vandal Blast. I know we just bought the Shattering Spree, but that's okay. Magma Quake or Starstorm. Let's take out Magma Quake. We'll take out Journeyer's Kite. I don't think we need it. Alright, let's say 6 more cuts. I don't know about Incite Rebellion. I'm gonna take it out. And now we get to the tough. You know, we only have to make 4 or 5 more cuts, but it's getting hard. Take out the flagship. Maybe the rings. Yeah, let's take out rings. If we find we're using a lot of activated abilities, which we might. I guess it does copy Daretti. We'll be fine. Take out Stratascythe. It's going to be amazing in this deck. Let's take out the Obelisk too. Maybe we put the Stratascythe back in. I like Stratascythe. Where is it? Alright, 2 more cuts, and then we'll be playing 36 lands, which I think is enough. 2 cuts, 2 cuts. I don't want to cut any more creatures, so there's that. A Chroma's Memorial is a possibility. Yeah, it's expensive, and you don't have that many creatures. Alright, one more. One more. It's hard. I could see an argument for Reverberate, but I never play with Reverberate cards. I want to try them. So then it's like a question of, do you just want to take out like a little ramp card? And maybe you do. I'm seeing all these 1/1s and thinking how good Skullclamp might be, but then again, it's only a few of them, so it might not be that good. And we've got ways to go through our deck and such. Oh, this is awful. I'm really just trying to figure out what to cut. One more. One more. Is there anything you guys are screaming at me to cut? I'm going to cut Reforge the Soul. Screw it. Okay. Lands. So again, we'll keep our colors set on red and colorless. But we'll pick lands. We do have the set though. So if you just want to clear an individual filter, you can click the X here. You can click reset all filters to just reset everything. We just want to get rid of the set. So we have all colorless and red lands. Alright. So what do we want? We don't need Command Tower because we're monocolored. Reliquary Tower. I tend to not play Reliquary Tower in my decks where I think I'm not going to be drawing a lot of cards. I don't think this deck is going to be drawing a lot of cards. If it does end up, I'll put one in. I like High Market. In this deck, you can get things in the graveyard where we like them and keep them from being exiled. Mishra's Workshop is obviously awesome. I've never had a deck where I can play it. It's not banned, is it? Because that would suck. I don't think it is, though. It's not going to tell me until I have a full Flamekin Village Elemental. Yeah, we can try it. Nykthos should be good. I like Mystifying Maze. I like Mystifying Maze better than Mazovith. I might run both, though. Strip Mine. Valakut is obviously awesome in this deck. I don't feel the need for like a Darksteel Citadel just to be on theme. Buried Ruin is obviously awesome. Hexproof thing hater is probably not what we want. I do like Ghost Quarter for an extra bit of non-basic land destruction. I'm not playing like Ruination. I don't have a Blood Moon. It's not really my style. Maybe it should be. I go back and forth on how I feel about like non-basic land destruction. What do you guys think? Is it all fair? I think non-basic land. I think land spot removal is fine. I think anything that's going to take out a ton of lands is a little not so fine. All right, so we have 25 spots for lands. I wish I had. Oh no, there'll be more past mountain. Do we want the Urzatron? I don't think so. How often? You can't assemble it in Commander. It's just not going to happen. All right, now I do like to keep to a few I do like to keep to a few arts for my basics. It's going to be hard since I have 25. I don't think there are any arts that I have like a ton of. I guess you could just go M14. Yeah, I like those lands. Why don't we go M14? So we'll throw in all 13 of these and then 12 of this or this. Here we have 12 of these. Do I like this better or do I like this better? I think I like this one. All right. So now you'll notice there was a little white or yellow caution sign there that was just saying it's not a legal deck. But now it's gone. It's a legal deck. It's a 99 card deck with a commander. Everything is legal. So we're good to go. Thanks for watching. Next video we will be taking this into battle. If you're checking out here, we'll have more commander videos on GDC all the time. You can follow this YouTube channel. I put up draft videos as well. You can follow me on Twitter. At Wooburg. You can check me out on Magic Online. Say hey, ask for a game, --Wooburg all that good stuff. So we'll be building a deck, or we built the deck, and I'll be showing you how to find a game and take this guy into battle. We'll see you then. Bye.